ability to intensely focus is the ultimate productivity secret weapon when used correctly. Number 2, your creativity. Research indicates that adults with ADHD may be better equipped to perform highly in creative roles compared to non-ADHD peers. Number 3, your adaptability. Now, I mentioned some of the negatives associated with ADHD at the beginning of this section, but those negatives often mean that we have to develop strategies to manage the everyday struggles of daily life that others simply don't have to deal with. But how can you leverage these unique strengths without letting the negatives overpower them? So first, you need to understand how to harness hyperfocus. And to understand how to harness hyperfocus, you need to understand, my friend, flow state. I basically talk about flow state in every single one of my videos, and there is a reason for that. Flow state happens when you've been working on a task for about 15 to 20 minutes without any distractions, and you become so fully immersed, it might even start to become enjoyable. The key there, of course, is making sure you have no distractions, which is virtually impossible with your dopamine-seeking ADHD brain. You already know that your phone is your worst enemy if you have ADHD. It's like a dopamine machine. So if you're hoping to get anything done, I suggest you do at least one of the following. Put your phone on silent, kind of the most basic option. Number 2, personalise do not disturb modes. I have a do not disturb mode on my phone that goes on automatically between the hours of 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. I call this my digital fast. And then I also have an automatic do not disturb that goes on automatically when I arrive at work at 9 a.m. in the building where I work. This way I don't even have to motivate myself or remind myself to remove distractions. My phone does it for me. And finally, get to know Forest. If you don't have Forest downloaded already, this is an app on your phone where you set a timer for how long you want to stay off your phone for, and during that time it grows an imaginary tree. If you go on your phone, the imaginary tree dies, and I'm sure you're thinking, Faye, why do I care about an imaginary tree? I have no idea, but trust me, it works. Next way you're going to leverage your ADHD brain is seeking out creative roles. This does not mean you need to be the next Pablo Picasso. For years I thought that I wasn't a creative person because I was rubbish at art, but creativity is so much more than that. It's about being able to think outside the box and problem solve, whether that's in business, scientific research, or marketing, or whatever else interests you. Use your naturally creative brain to your advantage. And the last way you're going to leverage your ADHD brain is by using your problem solving skills to find the most efficient path to achieving your goals. My inherent ADHD trait of struggling to sit still and getting bored really easily is actually the reason that I was able to do well in my exams at medical school and get my dream job as a doctor in London, because I hated reading to study. Thus, I needed to find a method of studying that got me the same results in half the time. And it was my neurodevelopmental disorder that led me there. People with ADHD like shortcuts. That's often why we got in trouble when we were at school. But in adult life, it often means that we innovate and we achieve our goals